What's going on, guys? Today we're diving into the App Store and I want to take a look at all of the newly launched games and let you know if the 10 that I choose are worth your time or if the games are complete trash. Google has some great games, so does iOS, but there's also some duds out there. So let's dive in, take a look at 10 of the most recent released, and I'll let you know if I think they're worth you playing or if you should ignore them and move on to the next. Now, you guys know I'm a big Supercell Games fan. I love Supercell games and I have since the start of this channel, and Squad Busters is the most recently released game from Supercell. And I think the game's actually a lot of fun, but it lacks quite a bit of depth, and honestly, the community seems to be getting a little bit tired of the game already. Inside of this one, you're going to be running around with one of your characters and you're going to expand your team as you open up chests over time. Your goal is to get more gems than all of the other opponents and to not get busted, which means your squad being completely killed. And if you're in the top 5, you are considered a winner. I think the game is a ton of fun. It's something that you could play for a decent amount of time before you get bored, so I would recommend that you play this one. This one gets a thumbs up. And remember, if you play any Supercell game, consider using code ECHO. It directly supports this channel whenever you make purchase in these games. Next on the list is Star Wars Hunters, and there's a few reasons why I think you should play this game. Number one, if you're a Star Wars fan, right? It's a pretty obvious thing. If you like Star Wars, it's probably a title that would be one that you would enjoy because you like the IP. But it's also a great arena battler, even if you don't like Star Wars or if you're not a huge fan of the IP. The mechanics inside of this game are actually really well done. The game is a ton of fun to play. Some may even say that the game is addicting and you just want to dive back into it over and over again because the competition is just that fierce. You have a lot of different options for ways that you can attack based on the characters that you choose to play, and this one is just a great arena battler, and I think that you should definitely play it. It gets another Echo thumbs up. Sometimes it's hard to believe how many free things you can get inside of Raid Shadow Legends. In the next 30 seconds, I'm going to show you all the free things that you can get right now inside of the game. And I want to thank Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring today's video and remind you to download the game using my QR code or my link in the description, which gets you a brand new free champion and a bunch of rewards to start off your account. Just from opening up the game on a daily basis, you get insane rewards. As you can see right here, a bunch of shards, including sacred shards, which are the best ones in the game that can get you legendary champions. We have quests and events throughout the month, the week, and the day that give you huge rewards as well that are pretty easy to access, that just are there for you playing the game absolutely for free. And from taking down the clan boss on a daily, you get some awesome free rewards that can again get you more free champions or help upgrade your account. Utilizing these easy methods allows you to build up an account that's sustainable and powerful that you could really do well inside of Raid Shadow Legends playing. Get yourself a bunch of legendary champions, upgrade them with some great gear and some great skills, and then bam, you're ready to take on anything inside of the game. And as always, there's other events inside of the game going on all the time that allow you to get some free rewards as well, which just again are things that you use to progress. And with clan versus clan going on right now inside of the game, I have insane rewards to collect just from participating with my clanmates. And if you want to join my clan, feel free to come through. There are spots that open up all the time. My clan is Echo Raid. Raid Shadow Legends has been a ton of fun for me to play, to the point where I started a second YouTube channel called Echo Raid Shadow Legends, where I cover this game every single day, giving you the tips and tricks to have the most fun and see the most success inside of the game. I urge you to check it out. The link is in the description along with my download link so you could play Raid Shadow Legends alongside of me today. And again, thanks Raid for sponsoring the video. Devil May Cry Peak of Combat. Action RPG comes to us from consoles of the past, now available on mobile. Inside of this game, you can play as 3 characters that are interchangeable during battles. The combat mechanic is some of the most intense action RPG combat mechanic of all action RPGs on mobile. It's pay to win. That's where it gets the hold up, but the mechanic and the gameplay is so fun. And in addition to it being so fun, the game really is just a great combat experience. I definitely can recommend this one. And now you guys know that I do play Diablo Immortal on a daily basis on another channel, but I'm actually getting the urge just watching the trailer now to re-download this and maybe play it again and give it another go, because like I said, really great game mechanics and just a great time to play. this one gets an Echo approval. Metal Slug Awakening, a game that was back in the arcades in the 90s. I loved playing it back then, and it's on mobile now, and I love playing it now. The graphics are enhanced, the gameplay has changed a bit, but it's still the same beautiful style shoot-'em-up platformer game that I loved back in the day. I actually put a video out specifically on this game just a few weeks ago. If you want a more in-depth look at the game, go check out the video that I put out a couple of weeks ago. I go, well, in-depth telling you how I feel about it, the goods, the bads, positive, negatives, and all of that. In the meantime, this is one that you should play. It's some great casual platformer fun that's pretty intense. This has got an Echo approval. Legend of Survivors, a roguelike survival style mash 'em up, shoot 'em up style game. We know these games. There are tons of them out there, and this is another rendition of it. It's taking the whole vibe of League of Legends here, and I think it's done well. There are many to choose from inside of this survival style game genre. And if you're someone that is into this kind of a game, then I would definitely say it's one that you should play. If you're someone that's looking to experiment with maybe your first rendition of the genre, there may be others that you would like better, like Survivor.io, Vampire Survivor, or even something like it was that potato, but the potato version of the game. Actually quite good. But if I have to decide whether I recommend you play this one or not, do I think it's a good game or not? Yeah, I think it's a good game. Echo approved. Honor of Kings is one of the newer MOBAs that has dropped in the scene, and there are a lot of really good MOBAs on mobile. It's some of the best genre, yet one of the least popular, at least here in the United States. With the Pokemon, League of Legends version, you even have Mobile Legends. It's tough to come in and make a mark in the space, but I'll tell you, Honor of Kings actually looks really good, and it's a good competition. If you're into MOBAs or looking to get into something brand new, you want a new flavor, this is one that I would recommend you try. It's got the Echo approval. Zombie State FPS is exactly what you would think it is. It is a zombie shooter. These games never get old. You always got the apocalypse people that love them, the shooter people that love them, and the people that just love the zombies. I think this is a really fun game. I think the graphics are really good. It looks really nice, and I would recommend that you give this one a try if you're into the genre. Or if you're into something that's just a little bit brutal and that doesn't have crazy amounts of depth or progression that you have to go through. Echo approved. Wuthering Waves is an action RPG set with a Japanimation style. It's a really fun game. It also has to be for someone that likes the whole anime scene. If you like anime, big boss fights, and action RPGs, then this is a good one that you should definitely try. If you hate anime, then you probably won't like this game. But I don't hate anime. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. So I would recommend this one pretty hardcore. I think it's a great one that has my approval. Bug Heroes is cool. It's a tower defense game, which is one of my favorite genres, and it has a 3D rendition, very different from any other tower defense games that we play out here. I just put out a video on tower defense games that are hidden, and this was one that was actually on the list. Yeah, so I guess you would assume that this is one that I like. And if you assume that, you would be right. I think this brings a new flavor and a good take on the genre that has been around for so long, that's loved by so many. Tower defense fans, you guys can definitely try this one out. We're giving this one an Echo approval. Cookie Run, a surprisingly popular game. Pretty crazy stuff, but the game is actually pretty cool, and it's pretty fun to play as well. It's one of those more casual style games that you could have a good time just killing time within the game. With some nice IP characters that you grow to love over time, this is one that I could recommend you play as well. So I'm giving you another Echo approval. If you guys want to always be up to date on the best mobile games, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on some of the best games that you should be playing right now.